Hello, we are back. Welcome back. Miami traded with Baltimore traded their 70th pick in the draft to Miami, and their pick is in. We're waiting for that to come up, and I think they're going to go with a running back. What are your thoughts, kids? It's about to come in on the screen, so just you're going to have to do it very quickly. But it's about to come in the pick, and we have I think a few picks left in this second round because I think. Pick 74 starts the third round, I think. But just a hold on. We've got Brandon Jones, safety, Texas. What are your thoughts on that, Keith? You think that was a good move for Miami to take Brandon Jones, safety out of Texas?
Well, it's taking, well, we shall see. We shall see what they needed, all the help they can get in that position. So we shall see whether it would be a benefit to them.
Well, I can agree with you wholeheartedly on that, Keith, and I think they traded for the 71st pick, the Baltimore Ravens, so they are on the clock, and I think their pick is in, and we're waiting for that one to come in. And I think this time Baltimore is going to go for a defensive tackle. What do you think?
So Buffalo traded with Baltimore?
Yeah, actually, Miami traded.
Oh, Miami traded with Baltimore.
I think they're going to go with an edge, I think. Because I think that's what they need. They need an edge is what they need. I think that Baltimore needs that. So we will wait to see, and so we're waiting for that to come in on the screen. They're going to commercial, so I think it was a good move for Miami to take safety Brandon Jones from Texas, but I think Baltimore is going to need an edge. What are your thoughts, Keith?
Well, I'm thinking with Baltimore getting a running back in the last pick, you would think they're probably looking for someone for the interior offensive line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they will. I think they are. I think you're right. Because I can agree with you wholeheartedly. I can agree with you 100% on that.
Someone to help block for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, they do need someone that can block Lamar Jackson and protect him in the pocket. As there were some games where Lamar did not have enough protection, and the mistakes were costing Baltimore the win. But not very many. There was a few games, not very many of them though, because Baltimore remained in first place after we had lost in the game the following week, and we were in the first place spot for 1 week, and I wanted it to sort of last a little bit longer, and but I just feel that if the Browns could have had a much better season, we might have had that first place spot, and that's probably why that did not happen. And I think you're right. I think Baltimore is going to be looking for an edge. I think or a defensive end. I think somebody who can block Lamar Jackson and really protect him. And we are almost through round 2, and this round has been an interesting round, once we get through round 3, At the conclusion of that, we will recap all of tonight's picks, and we will give our final thoughts and all that. But stick with us right now, and I really, do you think it was the Carolina Panthers with pick 64 took Jeremy Chin, safety out of Southern Illinois? Do you think that was a good move for Carolina to take them? Do you think it was, Keith?
Well, Carolina, I think right now, we're getting into the mid to late rounds, the teams right now are going to probably pick the best available player that's left on their board. So
yeah.
It's going to fit for whatever specific need that they have. And right now, it's just a matter of just filling in holes to either use as backup or to have for special or to use for special teams. You know.
Yeah, you're right. But I did not get to see who Baltimore took. Their pick that committed was Justin Madden, offensive tackle, Texas A&M. That's who it was. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that was a good move?
Was that the Ravens pick?
Yeah.
It was exactly what I just said. Interior, Baltimore needed an interior lineman to help block for Lamar Jackson. And who did they get? An offensive tackle.
Yes, they did. They did. And I think I might have missed the 70s. This is, as I'm waiting for, I've got to see who took the 72nd pick. I think that went up, man, but I've got to wait till it comes back around on the screen. But I made a mistake. We are in round 3 as we speak. And I completely forgot about that. We are in round 3.
Yes, we are.
We are in the early stages of the 3rd round. And I'm having to play a little catch-up here. Because I'm going to have to wait till the thing comes back around on the screen to see who the 72nd pick was.
Upcoming number 74. They also have the number 97 pick.
Yeah. Yeah, the next. You're right. Yeah, but I'm waiting to see who. I think I don't know who had the 72nd pick in draft in the 3rd round, but I'm gonna have to wait till it comes back on the screen. But the Jaguars pick is in, and they've got number 73, and I think this time they are going to. I think they're going to go with a wide receiver. What are your thoughts, Keith? Because I think they need a wide receiver. That's what they need. I think that's what they're going to go with this time. Keith, you still there?
I'm still here. I am still here. I'm thinking right now of basically what their needs are, and wide receiver is probably still what is left on their board.
Arizona had the 2nd pick, and they took Josh Jones, offensive tackle out of Houston. That's who they took, Arizona. That's who Arizona had.
All right, so there's still a run left. There's still a run left on offense.
Yeah, they took Josh Jones. They took Josh Jones, offensive tackle. That's who they took. And I got to just look on the sheet here what I can do. But do you think that was a good move for Arizona to take them? Do you think it was?
Right now, looking for starters, looking for tackles that can fill in a backup role. Okay.
Yeah.
Backup role for those who you could develop later on into a solid starter.
Yeah, that is very true. You bring up a good point there, Keith. You really do. You bring up a good point. I think you really do. You bring up a good point there, buddy. And I think that's a very true statement. I think you're right. Yeah, he was an offensive tackle out of Houston. Excuse me. But I think that was a good move. I really think it was. We're waiting for Jacksonville's pick to come up. And after that, the Browns will be back on the clock for the 74th pick. So we're waiting for and they just took Laviska. Oh, I thought that was. I'm waiting for Jacksonville's pick to come up on the screen. Their pick is in. Well, hopefully we should get it in a few moments. Hopefully, and we're just still waiting for that. But I really think Jacksonville, I think, is going to go with a wide receiver because they need a wide receiver. What do you think, Keith?
I know they probably might want to step in front of the Browns. If the Browns are looking for a specific wide receiver, and if Jacksonville knows it, Jacksonville may want to try to sneak up ahead of the Browns.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
We shall see if that's the case. If Jacksonville is trying to attempt to pick off a wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. That you might be right on that. We'll have to wait and see, though. So we will have to wait and to see. So you could be right on that, Keith. So we will have to wait and see. And hopefully this pick is going to come up here on the screen soon for the Jaguars. And because right after that, then the Browns are right back on the clock with the 74th pick in the draft. And I think because we do need an offensive lineman, we need a left tackle, and
I think Jedrick Wills is probably going to be your left tackle.
I think that might go with a left tackle on that with that pick. You never know. You never know.
It's pretty much been said that Jedrick Wills won't be probably your left tackle.
Yeah, I think you're right. So maybe they'll go with an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Maybe they'll go with that.
Well, we shall see after Jacksonville makes the pick.
Yeah. And it says Jacksonville's pick is in. I'm waiting for that pick to come in on the screen. So we're really in the early stages of the third round. And it says the pick is in. Hopefully it's going to come up on the... it's about to come on the screen now. And the selection. So let's see who they have taken. They have taken Devon Hamilton, defensive tackle, Ohio State. What are your thoughts on that, Keith?
So another Ohio State player
off the board
into the NFL.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Now the Browns are on the clock.
And yes, the Browns are back on the clock with the 74th pick.
I think that the Browns should be looking for some wide receiver help, and here's why. Okay, you have...
Oh, wait, hold. Keith, can I interrupt you for a minute? The Browns have traded the 74th pick to the New Orleans Saints. That's what they have done. So now it's New Orleans that's on the clock. So I think they... we're going to have to see. I think the Browns traded for the pick right after that, maybe the 75th pick. I'm going to have to wait and see. No, that's going to be Indianapolis. Maybe they traded for the pick that New Orleans had. I'm going to have to see what comes up on the bottom of the screen here because they're going by. What do you think of that? Was that a good move to trade the 74th pick?
We don't know who they're trading the pick with.
Yeah, and I'm trying to... And the selection's about to come in on the screen for the New Orleans Saints.
Well, let me find out.
Yeah, we don't know which one they traded for. And it's New Orleans just taking Zach Bond, offensive linebacker, Wisconsin. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, they're taking Zach Bond, offensive linebacker, Wisconsin. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that was a good move for New Orleans to take that? To take him? And the Indianapolis Colts are back on the clock. But I'm going to have to take a break, so we'll be right back. Stay with us.